All right, so season 2 of Ted Lasso has just dropped, and I just finished the last episode, or the final episode just now. Um, and I just want to get a quick recap here. This is going to be a non-spoiler conversation. I'll touch a little bit on season 1, but I'll talk about mainly about what my thoughts on season 2 were. Season 1, I mean, obviously, I love this show. I think this was one of the best shows that I've seen, at least currently that's out, that it just drew me right away. It didn't skip a beat on what it was doing. So funny as heck. I think Jason Sudeikis is the creator of the show, or one of the creators of the show, and the writer and the star. I think he just did a great job of creating this character and creating this world of just positivity, of love. So it's almost like a sense of, it was very contagious, and you could just feel it right away from the show when it first started. As I was watching this early on, I remember just thinking, this can get cheesy, and it can get in a way where it could almost take you out of the show, and never went that way. It never did that. If anything, it stayed true to itself, never crossing the line of cheesiness. And I use that word very. I'm going to use that word a lot probably, because the show is far from that. It's not cheesy. There's cheesy moments where they could have been very sappy and very just like, okay, this is getting too corny in a way. But they do it so well. They handle it so well where it's just, there's reality involved in this. And I thought the first season was just perfect. And then we get to season 2. Now, season 2 wasn't perfect. I'll say that. It is not perfect to me. Season 1 was perfect, 10 out of 10. Whatever you want to say, whatever the rating. I'm not I don't like rating things very, but I do use a rating scale out of 10. But it's not my favorite. Season 2 was not, it started off a little rough, particularly with the Dr. Sharon, her character, as they bring her in. Now, at this point, we know all our characters. We know Roy, we know Ted Lasso, we know Coach Beard, we know the main soccer guys, Adesanya, we know everyone that we know, that we love, the owner, Rebecca, Keeley. We've established these characters, and we love them now. So now it's like, okay, what are we going to do, I guess in a sense, for character growth? Will there be character growth? And right away, you begin to see, okay, they're going for something different here as they bring in this Dr. Sharon Goldstein, I believe that's her name. Dr. Sharon Fieldstone, that is her name, in the show. As they bring her on to be someone like a team psychiatrist, therapist, whatever you want to call it. And you could tell it's going to come down between the meeting of her and Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is usually that guy that you go to. He is kind of everyone's therapist. He's so quick-witted and just a very happy guy that all of a sudden he needs it, and you begin to see we're gonna head to something here between these two characters. And at first, I didn't love the idea, but I came around with it. They finally did something right. They finally did something well with her as far as her character kept evolving as well, and she began to see the effects of Ted Lasso herself. And I thought that story was really cool. I thought the Roy and Keeley relationship, as their relationship evolved, I really started liking that. Everything I was liking it. There was some good episodes. There was a Christmas episode in there. That's, I mean, what show isn't, you're not a show if you don't have a Christmas episode. And I thought that was cool. Everything was going well, and there's just one storyline, and I think this is the story I think everybody knows what we're going to talk about. That's Nate. He is the one storyline in the show that I'm not sure. Even as the show wrapped up, the season wrapped up, I don't know if I loved the direction that they threw him in. I liked him in the first season very much. He was this quiet, shy kid who you could tell was just kind of looking for acceptance from the team, from Ted Lasso. He just kind of wanted to fit in, and once he did, he was just happy about just being part of the team. He was, Ted made him a coach. So to see his turn in this season, it was the one part of the season that I felt just kind of just threw me off a little bit. And again, no spoilership, but even the way they ended, I kind of hoped it would have. Here's the thing: it didn't tie up nicely like Ted Lasso is known to tie things up. The show. Ted Lasso is known to tie almost everything ends in such a happy way where I feel like this story really doesn't. It felt very different, but I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed the last episode. I enjoyed the pretty much majority of season 2. I thought it was great. Is it season 1? No. Is it as funny? Is it as I don't know what you want to. I don't know how you want to compare them. I mean, obviously, you have to compare them, season 1 and season 2. The great success that they've had of season 1, all the awards they're winning, everything that Jason Sudeikis has been accomplishing since then, and all the actors, all the writers. I mean, everybody has been just doing great. So obviously, season 2 has a lot to really live up to. But either way, no, I still thought season 2 was great. For season 1, for sure, would be a 10 out of 10. Season 2, I think I'll probably hang more on the 8.8, almost a 9 out of 10, just because there are a couple episodes there where you could tell they're just going for something different, and they want to do something that's out of the norm for Ted and for what they're going through. And I actually enjoyed the more real, the reality aspect of sometimes things aren't always going to be Ted Lasso-y, if that makes any sense. Ted Lasso is just, it's almost like, everybody always says now, oh, I need a Ted Lasso in my life. Or we need to be a Ted Lasso in our lives. Sometimes things, even for him in this show, things don't always go right for him. And we saw that in season 1, with, again, I'll spoil season 1 a little bit just because I feel like if you haven't seen it by now, go watch it. But, the whole idea or the whole storyline of him and his wife, you find out that he, their marriage isn't working out, and then in season 2 and this season you begin to see more of his hurt, more of his pain as he begins to open up more. And I thought that was a great scene in season 1. I forgot what episode it was, but when they're in the club and he has a panic attack. To me, that panic attack is one of the most realistic scenes and portrayals of a panic attack that I've seen on screen. They did such a great job with that, and I really appreciated that. And even in this season, at the end, they keep attacking the idea of mental health, and I just think they did a great job with that. But overall, man, yeah, I mean, I do like this season. I didn't 8.8 out of 10. I mean, did I love it? I loved a lot of the season, but there was also moments in the season that I just I wish they wouldn't have done certain things. But we'll see what season 3, which I know for sure they're signed on to do season 3. I want to see season 4 as well, but I'm excited to see what they continue to do. I mean, it's won 7 Emmy Awards already. The show's gone on to do something amazing that when the season 1 came out, it just came out at a time that we needed it. It was just such a happy show. And season 2 kind of grounded it a little bit more. It took away, not the happiness, but you could tell it just grounded it a little bit more, where there's more, there is happiness still sprinkled in the show. That the core of it is still that heart that Ted Lasso carries, the heart of the show, just the charm of it. But they are adding more elements into it that, it's reality. It's the way it is, and I appreciate that. I really do. Overall, yeah, this was a great season. Only 12 episodes, which is fine. It's very much with TV shows and me. I'm not a big fan, but I like short seasons, which is weird. It's just like music and hip hop or any albums. I like short, straight to the point albums. Give me 12 to 15 tracks. It's perfect. And the season, I feel like the same thing. Same with movies. I mean, if you can give me a nice 90-minute movie, short and crisp, perfect. But if you're gonna give me a long movie, stretch it out. Stretch out the characters. I think that's the beauty of movies as well. But no, this is a great show, and so much for my first video. I do plan on doing more of this. I'm going to work it out, see how I can. I suck at editing, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but hopefully you guys check this out. Hopefully you guys actually listen to the video, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys think my opinion sucks, go ahead, let me know. Come at me.